Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is WILLAN and today we are having a very good discussion on why consistency is key when you're developing content for your website or for your blog or for YouTube and any other channel that you might have where you voice your opinions and your ideas. I'm sorry if you're going to hear some noises from around me. I'll try to be as loud as possible. I don't have a mic, but I'll try to be as audible as possible. So if you're enjoying this and if you've been enjoying the podcast, this is through the scope. Please do consider subscribing, sharing the podcast with friends and family to make sure that we grow and we keep on discussing and talking about topics that influence our day and influence how we go about life, moving forward and growing together with our friends and also personal growth. So in today's video, I want to talk about why consistency is key and how consistency can affect your craft and how it can affect how you grow in any space. So around the year 2022, I started a video blog, and I also started a blog on my website at dailywillan.com. Link in the description. Please do consider also going there and seeing a few things. So I started this channel on YouTube, and at the very start I did very consistent uploads of at least 3 to 4 videos in a week, which was quite something at the time, given that I was not in the position where I could talk consistently or even in a position where I could get to film each and every day. So I did this for around 2-3 months, and there was some exponential growth, which I got from 0 to around 20 subscribers, I think, in around 2-3 weeks. And at this point I had not even referred my friends and my family to the blog because because I was not in a position where I was confident enough to know that what I was doing was solid, or if it was something that I was doing just for a short time. So I started talking about money, life, the things that I was going to do, and my next steps and the plans that I had. And for some time it went very well. I did it consistently, and I could see my views growing each and every day. And there was a curve that was very promising, but at some point I lost my knack for it and I cut it short. And in doing so, I lost the trend in which I was growing, and my subscribers kind of dwindled down. The views also went down, and it took a toll in my channel, of which at this point I would have grown quite exponentially, and I would have been at least at around, give or take, maybe 1,000 subscribers by now, given that there has been two years since I did consistent posting and consistent uploads. Same case also applies for my blog, which had started to see some traffic, but then I stopped writing. A few things happened that made me lose focus for a bit, but I've decided to come back, and now that I'm back, the trend doesn't seem to be the same anymore. It's like it tapered off and it got lost, and growing to that point again looks to be like an impossible task, but I understand why. At this point, after doing some research and going through what other people have to say about this, then now I can understand why this is happening. So when you start doing a craft on the internet, there is a very big possibility that you're doing it through Google services. So for example, if you're doing YouTube is a Google service. If you are writing blogs, then people are going to go to Google and query their searches there, and oftentimes the search engine that people are going to use will be google.com, which also uses Google services. So how Google queries how Google terms things to be important is by how consistent somebody is, and how much of quality they deliver on the internet. So say for example, if you're on YouTube and you're talking about a certain topic, there is a certain authority to which you grow as people start watching you, liking your videos, sharing, and as this goes on, you grow to a certain authority to which YouTube can be able to recommend you to viewers who are searching a certain topic. It can also be able to suggest you to people watching similar content, which is called impressions. And if people click, then your click-through rate goes high, and YouTube then gets your content to more and more people because your click-through rate has gone up. YouTube is also a business, so they want people to keep on watching and watching as much as possible. So if your content is quality and people are watching every minute of what you say and are clicking to your content consistently, then you are more likely to be in a position where they can drive traffic to your videos. Same case also applies to blogs. So when you first post a blog, it has no say, there's no authority in that specific niche, or it has no specific authority when it comes to what the readers are looking for. So Google indexes your page and keeps it as a record for just in case. So the more you continue writing and linking other articles to that article that you've written, and other people start referring to your content as a reference point, then Google starts to see this as a authoritative page, and then that page starts to rank higher and higher. So the quality of content that you produce will determine how fast you can grow, and also the more people can start to depend on your content also determines how much Google can see the authority in your content. So when you start and you stop, then your consistency gets cut off, and Google cannot say that this person is a dependable enough source for them to give consistent content that can be helpful. Also, do not forget that content keeps on being outdated as time goes on. People are producing more YouTube videos each and every day. People are making blogs left, right, and center. People are posting on TikTok. People are posting on other media such as Instagram, Facebook, and all this is just content. And regardless of how small their following is, this content is relevant to a certain group of people. So if you taper off and you move from, for example, posting as regularly as you used to, then you are of no use to any algorithm. You are of no use to your audience. So Google finds alternatives to give your audience, because they don't want your audience to shift from one platform to another. They don't want your audience to move from coming to Google to find you to going to another place. So if you keep on consistently posting and you keep on consistently giving quality to your audience, then Google will see you as an authority. So this is one of the reasons why consistency is key. And when you get into the creator space and when you get to become a person of authority, then you must keep on being consistent, and it becomes a discipline to which your audience can start to rely on you as a authoritative source. So when you get into any space, make sure that you have a plan to be consistent, and planning to be consistent also involves how you plan out your content. Say for example, you can have like for example, at the moment this podcast does not have any consistency, given that I post any day that I can feel, and I don't have a certain plan to which I can follow to be able to publish these videos. So it's an undependable source. But if, say for example, I could be able to say that every Monday morning there'll be a video uploaded to through the Scope podcast, then this would mean that every day, every Monday morning, my my audience will be able to know that they are expecting something, and Google could know that this content will be published on this day, and it will be channeled to this audience, and how frequently those audience members are available for them to be suggested to this content. That is why, say for example, people who listen to radio know at what time their shows come on, and they have structured their life to have those gaps in those times so that they could get to listen to them. Yes, there are people who will go and get some other sources for them to get the same information, or record and listen later, but most people will go on and listen to that show as it airs. So that's my key take on why consistency is key. So as you're developing, as you're starting out, as you're planning to grow, also plan to be consistent, plan to be as useful to your audience as possible, and brand yourself around that ability to be consistent. And with that, I think that you will be able to grow, to move from one step to another, and you'll be a reputable source. And as you become an authority, you will also be in a position where you can grow your audience and become a big influencer, or if you want, you can become a person of influence, either on YouTube, as a blogger, or in any other space. So today's podcast will not be long. That's it for today, and I believe that I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Please do consider tuning in, subscribe if you have not subscribed, share, like, comment. Let me know what you want us to talk about next. Be seeing you in the next one. It's WILLAN. Peace.